They gave me life. They gave me a purpose to accept myself for who I am, for who I was.
We click, we trust each other, we hug each other, we hold on to each other when we're in pain.
I'm from Easton my whole life and I've never heard of this place. I said, I don't know what a safe harbor is.
You let them talk for themselves, and whatever doesn't come out, right? There's been a misconception in the community that people inside the shelter may be less than or not equal to. And I'm just one person here to say that not only are we equal to, but we're better than some of them. That was a joke, don't take that seriously.
Pink and purple are my favorite colors, and pink is on Friday and Saturdays is purple.
At least I have an opportunity to start fresh. You know what I mean? So once I make the first wrong decision, that's all it took.
My ex-husband brought me up here and we got divorced. Well, my ex-husband was abusive. And I left that relationship. And then I got into another relationship. And it was good. And I was working, I had my own place. And he became abusive.
I came back thinking I was going to jump into a job as head chef in a restaurant, and that just is not true.
I never thought that I was gonna get caught up in it, but it happened. It was like a spider web, you know what I mean? Once I went in, it was no way out. I never wanted to become an addict. Once I started using heroin, that's when my life went to hell.
I'm on my way to the promised land. I'm on the highway to hell.
I am also a survivor from colon cancer and cervical cancer. So it's been hard for me.
I wound up cooking for Larry Holmes, ex-heavyweight champ of the world. Ran the kitchen down there, and I worked for him down there for about a good 8 months. I'd still be there, but fortunately or unfortunately, however you choose to look at it, I found a better paying job. Being the man that I am, I had to go where the money is because I don't want to stay struggling for the rest of my life. I want to live a good life, and if I have to make money somewhere else, then so be it. But I can't see myself accepting less a dollar when I can get more.
I started thinking as a criminal at the age of 15. For some reason, I got hooked on the lifestyle.
The best TV deserves the best
This
TV.
right here
Introducing
signifies
Samsung
three of my
UHD TV.
homies that got shot. We grew up together. And they were three got shot in the head.
My mom was killed by a drunk driver. So it's hard because I'm a recovering alcoholic and I got a DUI. So I could have killed someone's mother, father, whatever. I shouldn't say whatever, a human being. I'm sorry.
Even though I worked, I was still an addict. If I wasn't high, I couldn't, I couldn't function. I've been shot, I've been stabbed, I've been beat up, and still, nothing made me stop.
And before leaving that job, I should have secured another job, but I didn't. And in between that job and the next job that I got, money had ran out and I couldn't pay the bills, so I wind up asking to leave the place where I was. It's not that I'm a bad person, I just made a bad decision.
I spent many years incarcerated, most of my adult life. And there's a big gap between the age of 15 until now, which it will never be filled by anything.
From cervical cancer, I had to have a full hysterectomy. And while I was recovering from that, the man that I was with was selling drugs out of my house. So I lost my house.
I went to the county to do 3 months, and I spent doing 5 because I didn't have nowhere to go. It was either come here or stay in jail and do 2 years.
My choices resulted in me having to stay in a homeless shelter called Safe Harbor. Very nice place to be, place to help me get back up on my feet.
This is my family. They saved my life.
Every day from Monday to Friday, we get up at 6 o'clock, make our beds,
Smoking, drinking coffee.
take a shower, brush our teeth,
8:30, we are supposed to be out of our dorms
do our chores.
and try to find work.
We mingle with, one another, talk.
It's just you're constantly doing something, because if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, you may not have a place to live, and your bed could be for someone else who needs it.
I go to the NA program.
I do AA meetings here, NA meetings. I go to IOP.
Our employment services, they have computers for you to go online, and good with job services, resume writing, anything you may need to get back into the job force.
There are bad days here, there's good days here, there's awesome days here. But when you get up into that circle walking around and you see all those bars up there, I've already sat down in the circle and stared at drinkies. And even though I don't have the money to go in there, I can go in there and flirt and get a drink. And then what's that? I come back here drinking and I smell like alcohol. I lose what they did for me. I lose everything, and I'm out there on those streets.
When I get a home pass, I go stay with my daughter, and she's wonderful. She said that she will never hold nothing against me. But my 3 boys, being men, They talk to me and everything, but I know deep down inside they're mad, and I don't blame them. You know what I mean? Because when they needed me the most, I wasn't there. I gotta earn my way back into their life.
You look at me, you can judge me, you can say whatever you want, you can have any feelings that you want, but if you never seen me here and I didn't tell you I was here, if you see me on the street, you wouldn't even know I was homeless or in a shelter, and that's the way I treat everybody else. You have a lot of debris up top. That's basically just parts of the chicken and chicken skin and chicken gizzards and all that other stuff. All that is nothing but flavor. That's where stock comes from. So whenever you're making chicken or boiling some kind of meat and you see that on top, if you can, save it because it's flavor. So don't look at it as being something nasty. Look at it as being some place you can find another flavor from. That's how I look at it.
I have made a couple of good friends here. You know, people that I can really sit down and talk to because they've been there like I have. But we all get along, male and female. We respect one another. You know what I mean? We respect each other's privacy, you know, space, and it's just like a big old family.
33.
I need to go to the hospital. I scraped my elbow or my knee.
It is hard to remember the past because it's just like reliving it again. But at least today I'm trying.
By May, I hope to have my own place again. I hope to be in a healthy relationship. I'm not looking for that now, but I do want a healthy relationship.
That's my wish. That's my goal. To repair my relationship with my boys before anything happened.
Sometime between now and the next 6 months, I hope to be able to go back to school and start working on my bachelor's. And by the end of the year, I would either like to be running a kitchen somewhere or be in the steps on opening up my own doors to my own eatery. I know it seems like a very short time to do it, but I think I got all my ducks in order now.
So where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Honey, I don't know, because like I say, I'm 60 years old. I don't know if I make it to 65. If I do, I just hope that I'm still clean and sober, you know what I mean, and living a good life.
In 5 years, happy.
Before you think about doing anything negative, think about the consequences, you know, and talk about myself. But today, I don't have nothing to hide. I own everything that I did in the past. I accept it and deal with it. You know what I mean? Try to make the best of it. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Are staring down at me and I am stumbling. I call you on the phone to tell you that I love you, but I'm mumbling. The clock inside my head comes ticking to a halt as I go tumbling to another country where the warm and fuzzy sea is always rumbling. And I float along in the sea. It spins around under me. I float along in the sea. Said the meal we ate was not exactly right, but still delicious. Then you wrap your arms around me and kiss me on the back while I do the dishes. And as I scrub the magic lamp, you appear translucently to grant me wishes. Ask you for a kiss and you deny me with a look that's rather vicious.
And am I gonna get an Oscar or anything?